read my notes. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight, and next year we're going to have standing room only. This is a dry run for us. But I want to mention someone first here, and that is Timothy Boydston, our director, who is a real visionary, absolutely wonderful man, and without Tim, none of us would be here. Right, guys? Staff? And I want to thank you, Tim, from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done. And my wonderful staff who work with our guys on a one-on-one. I was really going to thank everybody at the end, but I'm here, and then I'll tell you about Willie. But they work with these young people like you've never seen, and it's very rewarding. And these are my staff. Most of them are here. I wish you'd stand up. The staff members are here. I have some board members here. All could not be here tonight, but we have Ann Snowhook and Steve Gray. And, okay, great. And yeah, Ethel Nearati, where are you, Ethel? You're hiding. She's up there. She's up there. And my son Michael. And another big thrill for me is that I have 2 of my 4 sons here tonight. Michael and my youngest Steve, who surprised us yesterday with a visit. Great. Now, the reason I'm here is that 34 years ago, our 3rd son was born. I have 4 boys. And I had the German measles during pregnancy, but the doctor said, as long as you don't break out, he will be fine. Well, I knew when he was a week old that he was deaf, and the doctors thought I was some sort of a fruitcake that I could tell, but he was a 3rd son, and I knew he couldn't hear. And as we were in Massachusetts at the time, and as time went on, when he was about 10 months old, he deviated, say, from the normal deaf child, baby. And he was very interested in lights, walked on his tiptoes, and was very interested in his hands. So it was different. Well, as time went on, back east there were no facilities for the young deaf child, and we were losing a great deal of time in the language years. So we started a school. There were a lot of babies born in that epidemic, 40 or more in the Springfield group. So we got together as a parents group, and we started the first state-supported day school in Western Mass, and much to our honor, they named it after Willie, the Willie Ross School for the Deaf. And that was 32 years ago, this June. This June, June 6th, 7th. And it still goes today with a number of, they have 75 children every year. I don't understand it, but they're all, deaf. Then we moved back to the coast, and guess what? No, nothing here for Willie. And then they misdiagnosed him. He wore a hearing aid when he was a year old for 6 years. Then the LA City School said he could hear, and he was autistic. So he had checkerboard schooling. Then we had big-time behavior problems. It was a nightmare. And we went on as best we could. And I did have him in one facility in 1978, and he was abused. So I brought him home. I said, I'll take him to the grave with me until I start my own place, which we did in '82. We incorporated in 1982 and opened our doors in 1984 with the same group, really, except for maybe 1 or 2. There's Willie, Dennis, and Winston. They came in '84, 2 weeks apart. And Dennis came from the state hospital. He was in a state hospital for 18 years. And up in those pictures, he's the one at the computer now. It's just incredible. It's a great success story. Winston was kicking holes in the wall when he came to us. And with a good behavior program, he is now working at McDonald's. And Ethel Nearati's son is working at Rite Aid. So, I mean, it's really wonderful. And the state has asked us to start another home, which I think is a great compliment. And since I have Tim now, we may do it. And, and we're expanding on also the day program. We're going to be doing things with that. I'm sorry, Bruce, that I neglected you. Bruce Farwell is our consultant. Will you please stand up? And I hope I didn't miss anybody, but thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it. My sister, Teddy, Thank you, dear. It's good to see you. And I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce Kathy Buckley. Where are you, Kathy? Am I too soon?
I'm standing in the corner drinking water. What do you want?
You're on, kid.
I'm over here.
How is she?